Hello everybody and welcome back to LosMozi playing TheDeed. This is gonna be the last episode of TheDeed, sadly. Or not sadly, I mean, this game doesn't have that much to offer, but there are still some things I wanna try out. I wanna get the father convicted by using 2 conviction items and without using a weapon, therefore using my bare hands. And I wanna try to make it look like suicide. So I'm gonna go with the father first. I know that I can skip the intro, and I hope that I can go pretty fast through it. Just wanna try it. The whole thing here. Hi there, good evening. Of course. We're also gonna be master guy, so that there are no suspicion towards us. So no flirty jokes, because we are bad at flirting. We are bad at see, we are bad at this stuff. So we are gonna keep it to the casual, thoughtful basics. Okay. Yeah. Yep, that's one of his items. Yup. Just gonna talk with him a little bit. And then I don't know. We're gonna talk about people about him. Refuse to move in here. Yeah, let's do that. Let's confront him with the abusiveness he is. Move back to Dunhill so you can insult and torment at your whim, as you always have done. Not likely, father. Not in 100 years. You still haven't learned to watch your mouth, have you? The same snot-nosed brat you always were, boy. Obviously, I didn't give you enough discipline, child. You can't be civil, I will take no leave. I can see you are determined to be impossible. I think we had better end this discussion now. You are the impossible one, boy, as always. But I think you're probably right about one thing. This conversation is pointless and now it's over. Get out of here. Well, okay. So, the second item I want to use to convince him is the love letters down here in the drawing room. I want to put the love letters into his room and the belt into the drawing room, so it looks like he found the poems and got mad and yeah, killed his own daughter. Oh, I forgot. Damn it! I totally forgot that when I take 2 items, gonna bellowing for dinner. But yeah, whatever. Will probably be enough. Let's try. Pour me some more red wine. Yes, ma'am. But ma'am! Oh, what is it, George? Okay, we got this already. Is there a skip button or a fast forward button? Okay. No, don't lose temper, father. Careful, father. There's no need to make a scene at dinner. I'll show you a scene. Get over here. Malcolm, please, let's not permit this behavior to ruin dinner. Yes, I suppose you're right. You can count your lucky stars, boy. Look at me, please. Okay, it's kind of flirting a little bit. I wouldn't mind some hot cake. Would the two stop flirting already? Okay. Celebrate birthday, blah blah. Indeed, happy birthday. Doing the deed. So, this is your parents' room. Yes, okay. Item. Come hither, thou sweet and flame-haired maiden. Let us play the games which have been forbidden. Thus the old wounds of this home in which I live in come hither to me and do my sweet bidding. I find myself unable to continue reading this poem. Pretty sure that forbidden isn't the word, and that the rest doesn't really rhyme. Yes. Decide to place the item in the wardrobe. This should be easy enough for the police to find. Strange smooth. Okay. Oh, come on, I can't plant 2 evidences? Okay, I guess they have to do it then. Who needs weapons anyway? You can best with your hands alone. The creeper behind us suddenly lunged forward, putting her gloved hands firmly around her throat. She gasped and struggled, smashing into the chair and then the desk. Finally, you managed to find a good grip and you continued to choke her from behind until finally she goes limp in your arms. You let her drop to the ground. That was a noisy struggle. You won't have much time to get out of this room before someone investigates. Oh dear God. This thing really? Okay. This doesn't look good for us. Well, this didn't go quite as I expected it to go. Good evening, everyone. I'm Chief Inspector Winston Lewis. Blah blah. Can we skip this, please? So, oh boy, the interview. This won't end well for me. Thank you for joining me here, Mr. Bruce. I'm sure this won't take long before I begin. Okay. This laser toss may require some explanation, Mr. Bruce. Whether I'm not going to my personal activities. Whether I'm not going to my personal activities. I'm not sure you really want to hear the explanation, Inspector. You see, I have certain carnal urges that... Yes, Mr. Bruce, that's quite enough. There is no law against that type of deviance, I suppose. Now that's out of the way, let's move on to the interview. As you know, I've already spoken to everyone else who was poisoned in the house at the time of your sister's death. We have also now completed our initial search of the house, but we'll get to that later. Let's start from the beginning, shall we? First of all, we'll run through the activities since your arrival. So you and your brother arrived shortly after. Yep, you were seen at the library. I understand your conversation became. Father always has a temper, of course. I didn't father's evil. Yeah, my father has also short fuse. Many of our conversations go that way. You say that he has a violent temper? Absolutely. I see, that's good to know. We discussed the purpose of your moving back to Dunshire. First, I understand I couldn't be hanging out there living with my family. Of course, I have already made. Of course, I hated every moment that I lived in this house. See, do you hate your family, Mr. Booth? That's not what I said. Right. So I strange that you didn't go and have a conversation with your mother in the parlor when you arrived. Makes me wonder what else we were doing so important. Did you speak to your sister before dinner? Nope. Didn't see Jennifer until dinner. Very well then. Let's move on to the evidence that took place during dinner. Then there was an argument involving the butler. You felt he was being treated unfairly? I was just trying to stand. Yep. Someone has to stand up. Yes, indeed. The father lost his temper at one point. Usually always loses his temper and the behavior gave him. Yep. That was nothing out of the ordinary. Your father often loses his temper at dinner. My father loses his temper no matter where he is. I see. One point you made the accusation that you made. It seems obvious enough to me. The way those two were carrying on, my parents were just oblivious to this. You believe your sister was in a lesbian relationship? Yes, we all know. Yeah. Okay, now I need to ascertain your location at the time. Oh god. Ground floor, yep. Wasn't it deine room? Yes, the maiden mentioned seeing you there. It does put you quite close to the scene of the murder, I'm afraid. As I said earlier, we have completed our initial search of the property. from the poem written by his sister, which appears to clearly express romantic feelings towards the maid. Strangely enough, we found it in your parents' bedroom. I wonder if your father discovered the poem. I doubt he would be pleased about her infatuation with the maid. Yes, that was the plan. That was the plan. It's entirely possible. I'm curious about the murder weapon. Due to those injuries, we can guess that she was most likely strangled by a pair of strong masculine hands. That makes you, your father, and the butler more likely as suspects. Without completely... Yeah, white is as one word. Ruling out the others. It's all very interesting. I will be completely honest with you now, Mr. Bruce. Your behavior this evening has given me cause for... What? What part of my behavior? However, the evidence against the father seems very compelling indeed. There's a question or two regarding the butler, but personally I don't buy it. Too cliché. I am slightly curious about the maid, but I doubt she was involved in this. Given the weapon that was used, obviously suicide is not a realistic possibility. Now, as for what happens next, I'm going to ask you to accompany me to the station for the questioning. Am I under arrest? Not currently, Mr. Bruce, unless you want it that way. I will be arresting your father shortly. Oh, so interesting. What happens next? Though you were brought in for further questioning, the police determined that there was not enough evidence to arrest you. Your father, as the only one to be arrested, remained the prime suspect. After a long and difficult trial, he was finally convinced of the murder of your sister in a very controversial verdict. In prison, your elderly father's health deteriorated quickly and he died within a year. Your grief-stricken mother died soon after. The Angel House was yours, along with the fortune that came with it. However, George and Sophia found it unable. Yep, we already got that. All inside. So nothing new around here. But yeah, I did it. I convinced the police that the father was the one murdering my sister. Yeah, 12 minutes. That's... I got enough time in this episode for the suicide route. I will try it at least. And I could not do it, skip intro, by planting the love points in my sister's room and killing her with the sharp thingy. Of course, yes. Is it always the first answer? Yep, it's always the first answer. So, yeah. Let's go get the glass. Yep. Yes. Then talk with our sister. Ah, we should really talk with everyone, shouldn't we? But we really should talk with our sister. So that we can say, yeah, she was pretty not very well in her own skin. Use all of them at once. Of course, not secret making fun of my real silhouette. Okay. We need to talk with anyone. Let's do it this way. It should be enough. Yes, Sophia. George is upset because he wants to put the wine. We already got that. Oops, that was an accident. Careful, mother, if you drink much more, you might end up embarrassing yourself. Ellen, the rude little rat you are. This, it doesn't really matter. The only thing that matters is that now it matters. I have to bring this up. I have to take the last option. Sophia isn't interested in your advanced sister. This is gonna be the critical one. Leave the girl alone, would you, sister? She obviously is not interested in your advances. Shut up, Wet! You ruin everything! I went on to accuse the sister of such things. It's quite enough. Anyway, let's not forget to the hit, okay? Yeah. Happy birthday. And now it's time for the deed. Ah, damn it. Why does the room rotate anyway? Whatever. Item. Poem. Yeah, I would have read it. We decided the sister's wardrobe is the ideal location to plant some evidence. The police will definitely search this room thoroughly. You know, this game isn't really hard. If I would play it properly by speaking with everyone, I would have been certain to not get caught. Broken glass. The sister cries out in surprise as you grab her from behind, and you quickly muffle those cries with one hand before pressing the sharp of broken glass against her throat. She struggles vainly as you cut her throat open, but you manage to hold her in place until she finally goes limp. Drop her lifeless body to the ground along with the broken glass. It's time to leave this room before your deed is discovered. Oh boy. 10 seconds, huh? Did you get it, sir? No time to do that. I wonder if the poison is the one thing that takes the longest time to get discovered. Good evening, everyone. Chief Inspector, yeah, alright. Let's jump to the interview, please. I've spoken to everyone else who was present in the house. Initial search, check. Okay. Very peculiar indeed. You can wonder what else you were doing. Speak to your sister? Yes. I went to her room to see her. Seeing was just more with the innocent obsession. We spoke about her condition. I was aware that she was going through a particularly difficult time. Did she seem distressed to you? Yes, you could say that. She was not in a good place, mentally speaking. See. The incident took place when you made a comment about your mother's drink habits. I felt I had to say something. I thought she was drinking far too much. Do you think this has anything to do with difficulties in coping with her sister's condition? Almost certainly. Sister making an order where someone needed to talk to her about it. It was a silly. I felt I needed to call attention to it. She was just embarrassing herself. So your sister had strong feelings for the maid. Yes, very strong feelings, but I am not sure the maid knew anything about it. Need to ascertain your location at the time of your sister's death. Basement. Was it the wine cellar? I think it's the wine cellar. Yeah. Down in the wine cellar, I see. Thank you. George thought that he saw you pass through the storage room shortly before the scream. You seem to be in a hurry to get somewhere. Okay. We found a poem written by your sister which appears to clearly express romantic feelings towards the maid. However, from where we found the poem, there is no reason for us to believe the maid was aware of those feelings. It's entirely possible that these feelings of unrequited love contributed to your sister's demise, though. I'm curious about the murder weapon. The broken glass seems to have come from one of your sister's mirrors. We found the rest of it in the maid's room. However, we couldn't rule out suicide, especially given your sister's mental condition and her obsession with mirrors. It is all very interesting. I will be completely honest with you now, Mr. Bruce. Some of your behavior this evening has been peculiar. I can find no cause for any significant suspicion. Additionally, I think it is entirely possible that the butler was somehow... involved. I also think the evidence surrounding a maid might be worth another look. Despite any questions marks about your mother, I don't think for a moment that she did this. All that said, a lot of evidence does seem to point towards suicide. Now, as for what happens next, you can go for now, but I would appreciate it if you did not leave town. I might have more questions for you later. As the butler to come to the station to answer some more questions tomorrow, I think another interview with the maid will be required also. Any inquest will probably consider suicide as a very real possibility. Although the inspector harbored his own suspicions about you, the evidence of suicide you had planted was quite conclusive. The inquest resulted in a clear verdict. With no other heirs remaining, your father reversed his plans to cut you out of his will. When your parents died, you inherited everything. Dunshell House was yours, along with the fortune that came with it. However, George and Sophia found themselves unable to continue serving. Yes? Yeah, alright. Always the same ending, man. But hey, so now I did everything I wanted to do with this game. So, this was TheDeed. There are basically achievements for every combination. Not really for every combination, but for every weapon is an achievement, and every suspect that gets convicted is an achievement. Even if yourself gets evicted or if nobody gets evicted. So, yeah. You wanna play it? I think it's... oh god. Was I around a couple of cents when I bought it? Yeah. So it's probably not that much of high cost to play it yourself if you want. So, and you're gonna see me, dear viewers, in the next game. Until next time, dear viewers. Until next time.